What is up, everyone? This is the Jose Show. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Wednesday. It is already the middle of the week, you guys. So that's pretty interesting. Well, anyways, we have a lot of good stuff to talk about on today's show, especially because a lot of interesting stuff has happened throughout these past few days. Well, let's start off with the Super Bowl. The LA Rams won on Sunday's Super Bowl, which is amazing because I was rooting for the LA Rams, especially because I was born and raised here in California. And I am also happy about the fact that, the way they got to um, share their victory in the game and just having to see the love and support that the team was showing towards each other. And, um, you know, it really made me happy, especially because I at first saw that they were losing against the Bengals, and I saw that the Bengals were the ones that were winning. And I was like, oh man, the Bengals are going to end up winning. They're going to end up beating the LA Rams. And this was literally at like the very end of the game when they were winning. But good thing that the LA Rams were able to make that huge shift by being able to, um, win at the very last minute. So it really made me happy and it really amazed me just to see that huge shift all of a sudden. But it really, but I mean, the LA Rams did wake up immediately and really, you know, playing harder and harder at the very end by beating the Bengals. So thank God that the LA Rams won. And then another thing that I really was happy about Sunday's Super Bowl was that the halftime show was so good. I enjoyed the fact that Mary J. Blige, Eminem, Dr. Dre, um, Snoop Dogg got together for an iconic performance. I think that this performance of the halftime show was literally one of the most iconic and one of the best performances that the halftime show has ever had. And in my personal opinion, I feel like, the four them as a group performing, they really, were able to motivate the whole entire crowd as they were performing in the halftime show because of the adrenaline, the excitement, and of course because of the way they do their dance moves and then the way they sing and the halftime show. And another thing that really made me so happy about the halftime show was also the fact that, you know, these people, these artists that were performing, I mean, there were artists that we have all grown up watching, the majority of us, especially us, the 90s kids. I mean, we grew up watching and we grew up performing. Really, I kind of just to see them, out there, doing their thing, and of course, the fact that they're still being acknowledged, of course, because nowadays we acknowledge, the new artists, but good thing that they were being acknowledged to do a Super Bowl halftime show, especially since they're, older artists from, back in 90s, 2000s. So it was amazing though, just having to see this performance. I loved it in general. The whole entire Super Bowl was phenomenal on Sunday. So congrats to the Rams and congrats to those lovely performers that got to perform in the halftime show. Mary J. Blige, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Dr. Dre. Y'all did phenomenal. Y'all were amazing. Well, anyways, from the Super Bowl to now, Mariah Carey. Well, Mariah Carey, as we all know, she is happily in love with her boyfriend, Brian Tanaka, and she recently got to post a picture of her and Brian Tanaka on her Instagram for Valentine's Day. Well, this comes just 2 days after her ex Nick Cannon got to release his new single called Alone, which is speculated to be about his ex, Mariah Carey. Well, okay. In this song, basically, Nick Cannon is um, talking about Mariah Carey by saying, "Hey, I know that we've been together for we've been that we've been together for 6 years, and now you have your own lane, I have my own lane, and and he was saying more stuff about Mariah Carey in the song, you know. So it was a huge acknowledgement to Mariah Carey, but at the same time, I feel like um, like Nick Cannon was trying to call Mariah Carey's attention in the song by already singing about her, even though they've been split for the past 8 years, almost 8 years. So and then another thing that I feel like is, of course, I feel like Nick Cannon is also trying to call everyone else's attention, not just Mariah's, by talking about Mariah in his new single, you know. But it does seem like he does acknowledge the fact that they have split and that they have moved on and that the both of them have gone through with their separate lanes now. But I mean, still, I mean, it's just I feel like he's still like trying to call her his attention by just singing about her attention by just singing about her. Um, and in my personal opinion about this situation, I feel like it's also kind of awkward to be singing about your own ex because, I mean, your own ex is already living their own life. They're already doing other stuff. I mean, they're already in the past. There's nothing you can do to get back together with that ex. I mean, really. And also, I mean, singing about your ex is also useless because I mean it's not like that ex is really gonna want to get back together because you're singing about them, or it's not like you know your ex is really going to think of you the other way just because you're singing about them. They're just going to see it as something that you singing about them is they're just gonna see it as something like from the past, like, oh yeah, this person from the past is singing about me, okay, cool, so that's how I feel like Mariah just saw it as. So with that being said, it was just useless and not really and kind of awkward for Nick Cannon to sing about her, but yet again it was for attention, so I mean it was kind of useless, but it was not so useless. So if he wanted it for the attention, then he's got the attention. He's got it from us, and he's got it from Mariah. That Mariah and it even ended up posting a picture of her with her current boyfriend on her Instagram, just to let him know that she has moved on. But here's the thing: the picture doesn't even have a description. So since the picture doesn't even have a description, I mean, she's basically like just trying to say something but with no words, just trying to keep it peaceful too. Instead of just captioning saying, "Hey Nick, I've moved on, leave me alone." Like no, she just basically just went quiet in the post and just let Nick know by just that one post that she has moved on from him. And there's a saying: a picture means says more than 1,000 words, something like that. The saying says. So that's the thing. But anyways,